No question. I think there's real value in perseverance. And we talk about that. I talk about it as a father to my own daughters. I talk about it to the young men on my team. It's easy to talk about. It's hard to live. But you have to keep persevering. You have to keep grinding. And for last year's team to start off 6-0 for the first time in our school's history in SEC play, then they go through a couple of injuries. We lose a key piece in our first loss in league play to Kentucky. As a result, we had to reinvent ourselves, and we went through some lows that are hard to stomach, quite frankly. But as a coach, you continue to persevere. You continue to try to tell the kids that their dreams are still there to be had. We closed the season on an 8-game winning streak, having the opportunity to cut down the nets as SEC champions, get to the NCAA tournament, and advance, experience it, be one defensive stop away from flying west and being a part of the Sweet 16. So for me, it was gratifying, but I don't do this for me. I do this for the kids to have an experience, to create a memory, and that mission was accomplished. I can see the guys that are returning from that journey. There's an internal expectation now that has been created, which is what, as a coach, you're striving for.
What did it mean recruiting-wise? Huge difference, not much?
Well,
when you went into a room?
Yeah, I mean, I think it raised our level of notoriety, which obviously gives you more scope as it relates to your brand. Anytime you've got an opportunity to play on Selection Sunday and be an SEC champion and all that comes with that, and then to play in the tournament and have a chance to stay around a couple of days, it created more visibility for our program, and as a result, it showed people that we're a viable option.
You've always coached physical, defensive, rebounding. What is the new whistles going to do? We got to wait and see.
I think we do have to wait and see. I think the intent, like most rules, is right. The game has gotten very physical. It's gotten bigger, faster, stronger, which means the court's smaller. There's physical play all over. I think it has affected the scoring outputs across the country. So I think they're trying to do something to give freedom of movement, to allow the game to become a little more fluid as it was intended to be. How all of that comes together remains to be seen. We led the league in scoring last year for the first time in our program's history, so we want to play in the open floor. It's never really been an issue for us, but I'm anxious to see how the whistle's going to be blown in that painted area because, again, there's a lot of athleticism in this league. There's a lot of big bodies, and it's never easy when you get to that paint.
The paint is where you're going to have success now, right? Don't you think?
Well, I think really success for us in any program can be determined on how well you defend it, how well you score through contact, how well you rebound off your offensive and defensive glass. It's kind of like the trenches in football, the O and D line. That's where a lot of the work gets done.
You had those guys, Holloway, wasn't his name?
Yeah, Holloway and Buckner. Yep.
Those guys were ridiculous. I know you're kind of excited about Sebastian. Give me an idea of the inside guys.
Well, we lose two guys. Our all-time leading rebounder, Murphy Holloway, walking double-double. He averaged around 14 and 9.5 last year. And then Reginald Buckner, the fifth all-time leading shot blocker in the history of this league. Obviously the best we've ever had, 6'9", 240 above the rim player. I can't expect two guys to come in and reproduce what these guys did on a nightly basis, which was around 25 and 18. But I've got four bodies in DeMarco Cox, who we lost all of last year to a stress fracture. He's the biggest kid in our program at 6'8", about 275. He's a fourth-year junior, back completely healed from the injury that he sustained last year. Aaron Jones, who's a junior, a kid that was playing third post minutes for us when he went down with the ACL tear against Kentucky. And then I've got two freshmen that I'm really excited about in Juan Sebastian Saez at 6'9", about 235, and Dwight Colby at 6'9", about 240. Physically, just by me saying those numbers, let you know that they've got the physical ability to come in and play SEC basketball from day one. They're like most every freshman. They've got to figure out the pace in which you have to play in order to be successful, but I'm excited about the way they've approached things. So I think collectively through those four, we'll be able to defend the post, we'll be able to score at the basket, and most importantly, we'll be able to handle our own on the glass.